working and studying, and I'm a mom. And I had my person. In Congo, we have 16 subjects. We don't have 8.
Yes.
I don't have a problem working in a salon. I don't have a problem working for someone, cleaning for someone, child. And then I didn't mind that. I was like, okay, it's fine. People will talk, whatever.
Correct.
So now they send him away. They say, go and get her something to eat. And then as they send him away, they tell me, remove all your clothes.
Welcome to the great podcast.
Welcome to the great podcast. Kate.
I said, how are you?
You're fine.
Yeah, I'm great. How are you?
We have our guest here. She's going to introduce herself. Can you please introduce yourself?
The great don't rush here. Compliments. I looks pretty today. Say hello, my sister. You look good, by the way.
Thank you.
You can introduce yourself. What does it say? Like,
Thank you. I'm Micheline Kanyinda. I'm a Congolese YouTuber, and I am a mom. I'm a student here at VUT, and I work. I'm a hairstylist. So if you want to get your hair done by me, just look for my YouTube and then get me there. Or go to my Instagram
as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. What's your YouTube name?
Micheline Kanyinda.
Oh,
that's my name. So
Instagram.
The same. So it's Micheline_Kanyinda.
What are you currently studying? Because you said something about you being a student.
I'm studying IT here at VUT. It's my first year.
Okay.
And yeah.
So IT, a mom, hairstylist, a YouTuber. Hey, there's a lot going on there. Yeah, what's going on? Like, how do you do all of this?
The thing with this is just that you just wake up one day. I'm the kind of person that just wakes up one day and I'm like, you know what? I want to try this. When I first became a mom, I never thought that I would ever want to go back to school. Okay. I never thought I would ever want to go back to school because to me it was kind of like I thought my life had stopped. Because I felt like, okay, now I finished high school and I had 1 year that I took a gap off and then I got pregnant. And then I started feeling disappointed in myself that, you know what, I think this is where my life is stopping. And then my son grew. My son is 4 years old now. And it was last year that I decided to go back to VUT, to go back to school and do IT. Because I was actually thinking of, doing something else, which was not going to school. I wanted to start my business and I was just having too many things going on. And then when I finally decided to go back to school, I also started working at the same time. So both of those things happened at the same time. That's why it's so easy for me to just wake up one day and then just be like, okay, I'm realizing that I'm working, and it doesn't bother me. It just came natural to me.
Yeah.
I'm starting to work because I have to pay for the school fees. Yeah. So I'm working and studying, and I'm a mom, and I had my YouTube channel. So
I want to check something.
Yeah.
You said you which course you were doing? Which subject you were doing at high school?
The subjects that I was doing was very different from what I'm doing now. From grade 10 to grade 11, I was doing business studies. I was doing CAD, computer application. Yeah. So I was doing CAD. I was doing maths, pure maths, and stuff like that. And then the school that I did my grade 12 in, I didn't do CAD. I didn't do. So I moved from doing CAD, which is something that I really liked. But then I moved from that, and then the school that I went to didn't have CAD. So I moved and started doing physics and pure maths and geography and stuff like that. So
How was that whole shift? Because one thing about high school subjects like physics,
yeah.
it's a build up from grade 10 until matric.
it
Maths,
is.
it's a build up from grade 10 until you understand. Even geography,
Yeah.
what you do it in grade 10,
Yeah.
compared to paper 1 looks similar until matric. So how do you manage to juggle your studies at that time in high school?
You know what's crazy is that when you are a Congolese person, because I did mention that I'm a foreigner, right?
Yeah.
When you're a Congolese person, in Congo we have 16 subjects. We don't have 8. We don't have 7. We have 16 subjects.
Single subject, yeah.
Depending on the school that you're going to. We have religion, geography, whatever. All those subjects, like you can find that here you have a choice between subjects, and it's like your total of subjects is 7 subjects or 8, right? But in us, we have a whole bunch of those subjects, and we take them.
Oh, 16.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying.
It's a semester. Yeah,
I'm just
exactly university before you even get to varsity.
It's kind of like that. So let's say for a whole year, maybe like grade 11, I'm doing about, let's say, up to 14 subjects, something like that. So you will have physics, you will have religion, we have all sorts of crazy subjects that even if you've chosen what you want to do in varsity, those subjects are still too many and it's so advanced. So me switching from CAT to physics, it wasn't really a problem for me because I'd already done most of those things back in high school, back home.
So at home, okay.
In primary school, yeah.
Yeah, back at home. When did you come decide?
So basically, I came here in 2012. 2012, yeah.
Okay.
That's when I first came to South Africa. And yeah, I came with my siblings here. Yeah, that's a whole show.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a very it was just a sudden move for us to move from back home and come to a different country where obviously we didn't know much about. Well, me personally, I didn't know much about, but because I had my family with me, I was okay. So
so from home you study only the primary level.
It was primary level to maybe grade 9. I think you would consider it grade 9 here.
Okay.
How was the switch living home and coming to South Africa?
You know, it was pretty nice actually for us. I learned English in 1 year, me and my sister. We learned English in 1 year, and the way we learned it was so funny because it was through music and just TV. That's how we learned. We didn't go to a school for English. We learned it through music and TV.
I think the IQ level here in the grade is very high.
I'm checking more 16 subjects. It means it's primary. Yeah, I'm not about that you have option to choose.
But like you can get up to at least 12.
Yes.
Or 14.
And primary. Primary we're doing IEO.
Hey!
English.
There were 4 or 5.
Yeah, primary you do your home language English. There's a natural science is when you're at grade what?
Grade 4.
Yeah.
Grade 1, 2, 3 is foundation phase.
You understand? As you are drawing you are drawing flowers.
Yeah, you're drawing shapes.
Yeah.
That is art. But that's the thing, like if you take a student that's doing his 3rd or let's say 2nd year here in South Africa, and you take a grade 12 from Congo, that grade 12 is smarter than the 2nd year.
Yeah, the system, the way you're studying again.
The system, the way we are studying. That's why there's a lot of like, especially if you find like foreign students here, like Congolese students, you find that they don't have a problem with what they're doing, even though they don't understand the language. Because it's
I thought maybe that's why I'm now I understand. Because some people find they're just passing. So there was some people that believe or no, they are buying some papers or they are copying. But from what she's saying, I think many people it will make sense because of like what I know is like Zimbabwe, most of people, if you check in as teachers and everything, most of them they are in South Africa, they will be teaching. The system that side of education is a bit higher. It's higher than ours. You understand? This side we're playing, yeah.
For the main fact that 40% is a pass. It says a lot about the system. Yeah, in high school, at 40 you're through. And then you get
now
to
it's 30-30. Now it's 30-30-40. If you balance properly, you have 30-30, 40-40, whatever. It's some arrangement of grade 12. You can have higher kids.
Exactly.
Imagine.
And then you get to varsity and they say, I know, we want to see 50 here. Do you understand? So I feel like it's a system, our education system is very bad.
It's low. It's very low. Like, it's like here and in Congo is like here. But then, the struggle that comes after learning all those things for finding a job, it's also very real. But then if you put it in this perspective, Nick, that okay, we're learning less, but then we have a much higher opportunity. It kind of like starts to play with your head, especially as a foreign person, right? Most of the people that will come to South Africa that want to like study, I moved back from my home to study here. They come and they study in South Africa, and then you find that, okay, you study in South Africa, the educational level it's a bit low, but then you go home and then now you have to kind of like prove what you've learned, and then you find that you have to compete with someone who's learning back then, the same thing that you're doing. Do you understand what I'm saying? The same thing that you did here, and someone who did it there, they are more advanced
than you are.
Because I think it makes sense. Because if you check, back then, during my time, I was a first year in 2010. We used to have a lot of international students. Congo, Nigerian. Now it's no longer like before.
No.
We don't have me. So I think that thing they discovered or no. These people are coming back from that side. They are at a level that is the same to compare to the first year maybe of that side, or a person who's doing grade 12 that side, based because of the education system. And to be honest with you, if you check most of the people who are from international, most of them in different countries, they were passing a lot. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you feel like no, they are just copying, or because of either international students will be able to have money, so maybe they are buying. But from you, I think you're answering most of the questions that other people they have or no. These people is because of the education system they have that side. Yeah.
Okay.
It's that, and I think the reason why, because you just mentioned now that the numbers of foreign students are dropping.
Yeah.
The reason why that's happening now is also because we are now limited to the access. The access is limited to us now.
Oh.
Like, let's say foreign students are not allowed to be doctors in South Africa anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's say, I think it's doctors, nurses. We're not allowed to study those things anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not. If you are a foreign person and you want to go and study being a doctor, being a nurse, or let's even say being a lawyer, what you going to do with that? Because you're not going to work in South Africa.
Oh, yes.
And also, that will bring me back to like the treatment that we as foreign people get in South Africa.
Yeah.
That is one of the conversations that I've always wanted to like have with a person that's from South Africa, but when you try to have a conversation with people, it always goes back to what are you doing here then?
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
Like if you're not happy, why are you still here?
Yes, but that one, to be honest with you, for me, I feel like sometimes we're not fair. But again, some people their reason is because of it can happen that when their first experience with the international, it was not good. It doesn't mean everyone is like that.
Yeah.
Someone maybe he did something wrong, they have that mentality. These people are causing this thing. But there are people who are good, who are international. Because, for example, we have people who are living in other countries, from our own country. For example, if you check in the entertainment industry, people like Black Coffee, they are normal in international. Or what among the comedian? Trevor, you can mention a lot of people, you understand. But us, here, as neighboring, when you talk about international from Congo, Ghana, it's like some negative vibe to us. You understand? But when you talk about international from USA, England,
you look at Congolese, you look at Nigerian drugs.
Yes.
But you look at American, you look at it and you're like, money,
clean, correct.
Lifestyle. Forgetting that the drug loads are not the Africans.
Yes.
Forgetting that these Americans are also bringing drugs.
Sure.
Forgetting that most hardworking people that you find right now are actually the foreigners.
Correct.
Because what we know is that I didn't leave my home to come here and demand to work in an office.
Yes.
I don't have a problem working in a salon. I don't have a problem working for someone, cleaning for someone, because I know that I am not here to demand.
Correct.
I'm here to like
Eventually,
eventually get there. Like,
And
you have to start somewhere.
Yes.
You don't mind that.
And the one thing I realized, especially Gauteng for me is different.
Yeah.
Back at home, at Venda, most of our sisters, they will do the salon and everything. But in Gauteng, without you guys, most of the salon is international people.
Yeah.
And the same people will be angry, but they are breaking on Instagram and everywhere. With you guys, your hairstyles that you are doing. And you allow most of the, like for the Bay, most of the salon is owned by international people.
Yeah.
Right? They didn't go and compete with other people, they check their own space. The thing that us we think like there's not a value. They do it.
And it's
And there's a lot of money because of one haircut is 50 rand. A day you cut 100 people or 50. 50 times 50 is how much?
Yeah.
You understand? I think that thing is that we need more of discussion about it.
And maybe that was South Africans. Somebody once told me this: never ever answer that business that deals with 100 rands.
Yeah.
Don't when those 100 rands and 200 are still smart.
Correct.
As you want lump sum, like I might as well get a job and get 50k. You want it as forgetting those 100 rands could be like for 10k a week.
Yeah, but why we don't give the same treatment?
Let me put this into perspective. As a retailer, let's say you make 6k, but as a hairstylist, let's say that month, because now as a retailer, it's already fixed. It's a fixed amount. Every month you get this much. December, you know you're getting a bonus. But then with me, this month I'd say, okay, if I make small, maybe it's 6,000. You and I make the same amount. But then next month I make 10,000 and you still make the 6,000.
Sure.
Or let's say it happens to be a very good month. December you are getting a bonus and it's me and you, right? You're getting a bonus of maybe 2,000 above that 6,000. And then I'm getting a bonus of another 10,000 above that 10,000.
Because yes, and December, you know, people want
and that's December, and that's December, right? But then now if you have to calculate that, it's like you are losing about 12k because you felt that standing and braiding someone, it's so it's too low for you.
Correct.
Because you wanted status. You wanted to stand somewhere, sit somewhere, have your nice coffee, have people bring you papers and whatever. But then you are coming to us, people that are doing your hair, right? Looking down on us, treating us, because we get bad treatment, eh?
Yeah.
As a hairstylist, you get bad
They
treatment.
feel like you are begging.
You are like, hey, here's a client, you know what? I'm hair drying the hair, I'm washing, and if this client, you ask her, okay, can I please have 5 minutes just to eat? She looks at you like,
You have not
like she can eat. She can actually eat.
Eat.
And then they go and send a message to the owner and they're like, yeah, I was sitting there for 5 minutes and then she left me for 30 minutes to go and eat. And it's like, you are expecting me to be like, kind of like your servant, but at the same time, I am maybe making more than you.
Correct.
Right? Or it's not even about the amount of money that I'm making. And it's like, it always goes back to that thing that I'm a foreigner and to you, I don't deserve any respect. And it's crazy because I have a very sad story of the experiences that I've experienced in South Africa as a foreigner. The day that I went to give birth to my son, I went to I was supposed to go to a clinic because obviously they've already set it up that you're going to go to this clinic depending on your condition, right? The clinic that I went to, I got a bad treatment from the door. They were already asking me, oh, why are you a foreigner and you are with a South African guy and pregnant?
Yeah.
And I was 19 at the time, so they were like, and you're a child. And then I didn't mind that. I was like, okay, it's fine. People will talk, whatever.
Correct.
So now they send him away. They say, go and get her something to eat. And then as they send him away, they tell me, remove all your clothes. They give me that wrap thing. You know, the one that leaves your butt out. They give me that. And she takes like, a pad. She gives me a pad and says, just put it between your legs, don't wear an underwear. Just like that. I was in the room, so I didn't mind. I didn't even think much of it.
Yeah.
And then she calls the ambulance, right? They call the ambulance. I'm just gonna say she because it was one person that I was dealing with. So she calls the ambulance, and the ambulance guy arrives, and I'm naked. So she's not explaining anything to me. The guy is busy now telling me, why are you not dressing up? I'm like, I don't understand what's going on. Why are you here? Because I was not even told that I'm leaving. And the person that I'm with here, you guys told him to go and get something to eat.
Yes.
So now I have to dress up and then leave with the ambulance. Now bear in mind, I was having thrusting pains. I was having like pains, right? Because I was having the urge to push.
Yes.
So I had these two, what do you call this? Sports bags that I came with all my things and my preparation things.
Yeah.
So they made me carry those two bags. And when I put on my clothes, I put just like a dress, and then obviously I put some underwear or whatever. So I just had a dress like on, and then it couldn't hold me properly, the dress that I had on, because I was in a hurry, right? So I carry my two heavy bags. This ambulance guy comes there, and he's there, and there's another lady with him as well. They're looking at me and they're like, okay, yeah, come. I walk to the ambulance, I carry my bags, I put it there. I'm sitting, I'm not even sitting on the bed thingy that they have there. I'm sitting on my bags basically. So we go. And as I'm having the pains, I'm asking the lady, are you guys gonna give me something for the pain?
Yeah.
Right? She just laughs it off. And then she's like to the guy, she's asking if you're gonna give her something for the pain. And I'm thinking, okay. So as we get out of the ambulance, right? And I remember what I was thinking back when I was in the ambulance. I was just thinking, if they didn't tell him to go and buy something to eat right now,
maybe it was gonna be better.
Yeah, I was gonna get a better treatment, right?
Yeah.
So as we are arriving at the hospital where I give birth, as we're arriving there, the ambulance lady, she allows me to walk out with my bags, carry my bags. Just as we're about to get to the door, she takes the bags away from me, and then she brings me a wheelchair.
Yes, sir.
So
Because you see people.
yeah. So I get on the wheelchair, and as I was answering, they're asking me why is she not walking properly. They're asking the ambulance people why is she not working properly, because obviously I was already having back pains at the time.
Yeah.
So now I want to explain my side of the story, and then I just tell myself, you know what, fuck it, they're all the same. Because to me back then it was like, okay, they're all the same. They obviously all hate me. So
the other one treat you bad. The one who
and they were
arrived
watching.
did
So I was like, what's the point?
Yeah.
I just get there, I do what I have to do, I give birth to my son, because I didn't even take time. I got there, I was like 20 minutes in, I gave birth to my son, they gave me my son, I walked out, because that's how they treat you, eh? And that one I can't say it's a foreign thing, but like you give birth and then you just walk out. So I took my son, I walk out and sit, and then I think I sat for like 30 minutes, and then the father of the child came.
Yeah.
And then he was just so surprised, he's like, 5 minutes, I'm buying you something to eat.
It's
I go back.
gone.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And we didn't even have like a way of transportation. So it's like, I go buy you something to eat. I come back, they tell me that you left. And then I have to come all the way to you now. And it was just like a whole thing. And when I explained the whole situation, it was very bad. It was like, this is some nonsense. I'm going back there. I'm like, nah, don't worry about this thing. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's just how it works. And
it's bad.
Yeah, and that will always forever be the thing that made me realize that when you are not in your home, man, don't expect people to just treat you like a normal human being. Don't expect that, because
But you know what's my problem? Sorry for that. My problem is the foreign in our country is another person of my color. Only who's the problem. Because we have Indians.
Yeah.
We have Ethiopians and everything. But those people, they come and destroy, they take business for our shops, right? They are not a problem. But you guys, you come and occupy the space that we are not much in it. Saloon and everything. But it's a problem because of your own color. How many Indians that you find on the news, you see they are selling things that are already expired?
The great.
Counterfeits.
When you say Indians are not a problem, Utakokas. These people, there was a season whereby they would bend their stones down, they would get beaten up, they would get killed. It's actually bad. Now it's not even about what kind of Remember, Indians is a mixture of, if you have a mixture of this in you, or you just, they feel like you're not fit enough to be around. There was also a crisis back, I think I was in high school, where they would beat them up, where they would burn their shops down, they would invade their spaces.
I think it was about 2019.
Yeah. It was
2019.
They had to actually go back. They had to disappear, I think, for something like 6 months, 6 close to a year. And then after them disappearing, as South Africans, we were the one crying because there's no parade nearby. Things went up at the stores. Now you have to walk from home to go to ShopRite that is close by the shopping complex because there's nothing around the places.
That's the issue.
When it comes to like treatment, it's actually that bad for them.
Because now I want to ask you one thing before we even goes. I think this end up changing the conversation. And for me, I'm happy so that we have this conversation. Because something that at least we are sitting with someone who have experienced it with international. So I'm not sitting here, you discuss with people who are here. Sometimes speaking from the point of privilege is a problem. I want to check with you if there's no, maybe you ever went there with your husband, or you ever know someone who's, because most of the time when I check people who went to these other African countries, they'll come back and praising it or the treatment. They get proper treatment. But us, we don't give that. Because you know what the problem? There are people who are angry at themselves and they want to take out their frustration to other people because they don't want to do it, this thing that you are doing. But they never. So I want to check with you. You know any person who been from here going to where you are from, and how was the treatment?
You know what? It's funny in Congo. Congo is big. Congo is very big. We have a lot of South Africans in Lubumbashi, which is the closest part to South Africa. We have a lot of people in Lubumbashi. We have a lot of people in Kolwezi. So there's a lot of foreigners there as well. And our foreigners, it's not white people. It's Chinese. It's Asian people. We have a lot of Asian people. A lot of Chinese, Thai people, a lot. So it's like, it's always a mix everywhere you go, right? But in Congo, you will never, and this is not coming from just a biased opinion, you will never have a story where it's like Congolese were being xenophobic to Chinese people or being, you know, xenophobic to South Africans or Nigerians. We have Nigerians in Congo. We have a lot of Somalians, all this mixture of culture as well. But you'll never hear any story of us kicking them out because we welcome them. We want to share our country with people.
Correct.
We want our country to be appreciated as much as we appreciate other countries. That's why I said even like in primary school, you learn a lot about different countries. I feel like in South Africa, it's because that it's limited to what countries you learn about. You don't really learn a lot about like Congo. You don't really learn a lot about other countries because I feel like that's just how it is. But in Congo, you learn a lot. In Congo, when I was in Congo, I knew the president of almost every country in Africa or even in the States. I knew about Mandela. I knew everything, but I could never get any South African person that would tell me they knew anything about our former president or anything. It's because of the educational system.
Correct.
But our side, we are welcome. We are welcoming. Like we don't care. Like you are from South Africa. Oh, bring those rents. We want them. We don't care. And it's always like if you get a South African person that goes to Congo, tell you I was eating street food there. I was there enjoying myself. Because you will find a Congolese person that will be like, okay, you know what? Let me take this person out. Because we have this welcoming thing within us. We don't really care about that. But the person that I had my child with, I've never been with him to Congo. So,
Are you guys still together?
No.
Oh, no. Okay, we'll get there.
So before we move on that one, what you see, I'm forgetting this thing. What I wanted to check when you talk about, I think it's about the system, educational system. I think the problem is the system on our curriculum. There's something that I always have a problem from crash. And I'm one person who don't like a lot of things, based on the issue of education system we have in our country. If you check properly, because you studied in our country, when they talk about success, if you are reading a book in primary, they were talking about success story, they will put a white man.
Oh.
You understand? When they talk about there's a sickness and everything, they talk about Africa. They will put a black person.
And bear in mind, especially if it's like a book that you're reading that's originated in South Africa, they'll put other countries, not South Africa.
Oh yeah.
They'll put Congo, malaria.
Correct.
They'll put Ebola, whatever.
Wow.
Yes.
They won't put the problems that you have here.
Yes.
And talking about this thing of the educational system again that I've noticed. You're saying in Congo you guys learn about the countries and what's happening all around.
Yes.
In South Africa ourselves, we're not even learning with our own history. If you could go to a history subject or a student in high school right now and ask them about their own history, they're still learning about Hitler in grade 9, the Nazi power. They're still learning about, like, even us, we are not studying our own history. We are still studying other people's history. So how do you expect us to have direction? To understand?
That's the challenge we have. We are. That's what I'm saying. Ori. We are celebrating. There's no, when you are from America, Australia, we talk about England, wherever, UK and everything, Portugal, France. You are not international to us. They see you as a business person.
You
are here to change the environment. But when you see an African person, now I'm not gonna lie to you, sometimes I feel like us, we're South Africans, but some of us is like the culture we have is different from Gauteng. Now I'm from Venda.
Okay.
We have a lot of Zimbabweans who come and do this thing, time off or plowing or whatever, those things. They come and everything. It's rare to find this thing of they are attacked. It's normal that they are treated because of, it's not bad. They will be treated with the respect. Now, especially where I come from. Now my family, someone can arrive and say, hey, I'm just from Mozambique, I just arrived, I'm asking for a job. They can take your food and give the person and give the job person to have certain money so that they can sustain themselves. It's not like this side, more of around Gauteng and everything. Maybe it's because of here when you come, most of us were not from Gauteng.
Everyone is here to hustle.
Everyone is here to hustle. So when they get frustration, they want to target other people.
Or when they're hustling, they're not getting what they want. They want to deviate. They need the attention to go to they take the attack to the other side. It's like, okay, cool, I'm not enough, I can't do 1, 2, 3. And another thing is not in a bad way. In quotes. A lot of South Africans, they don't have they're not, I wouldn't say they're lazy. I don't think they're skillful enough when it comes to practical things. Mind you. Their South African system, I would say we're a generation that is in a lost curriculum. Or you understand in a way. Because our system in high school is a thing of, it's not like private school. Private school system has a privilege of experiencing sports or experiencing certain things. If it's agriculture, doing it practically. If it's creative art, you have rooms where you can do art. And then when you come to public schools, it's quite different. You're just learning that art, but can you actually apply that art? Limited resources, limited 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all of those things. So now you're forced to go to university and actually study a specific course. Mabati, handcraft, you don't have anything that you do practically with your hands. You guys come from that side and come to this side. You create it with your own hands. You guys are thinking money. You guys are thinking business. You guys are thinking, I wouldn't mind to actually go to the next person, actually clean or do their garden. Because you understand the importance of generating wealth or generating income. Me, I'm thinking, nah, I need to get that bachelor's degree because forgetting about the unemployment rate that is very high. That's what he's saying. You see, us in South Africa, you are being taught in a different way. We're not taught how to make the bread. You understand? We are taught how to go sustain somebody else to continue making millions. They don't say, this is how I made a million. They're saying, go work hard there and forget. You understand? You are taught to survive. Not to live to your fullness. So I'm just saying, you understand? It's just a generation and a different system or a different curriculum. Like, it's just different for us.
But also I think one of the key reasons why you would say, but I would never say that I find South African people lazy. What I would say is that I find that South Africa South African people have a level of comfort. You know why? You give birth to a child, you get 400 and something every month for your child. You are unemployed, you get maybe like 350 for unemployment, which I don't know if it's still going on, but you reach a certain level of age, you're 60, you have your pension fund, or you have a disabled child, you're still getting paid for that. You have a way you can get a loan in a bank, you can do whatever. Those are like privileges that you can have, right? But if I have to go back home, I don't have that. We don't have pension funds, we don't have salsa for kids. If you're giving babies, if you're making babies, you're gonna take care of those babies. I think it's coming from that thing of knowing that you have to do everything yourself. That foreigners have that will, and they have that willpower to say, okay, you know what? Even though I'm going to a different country, I'm not just gonna get them lazy around. I'm going to do what I've always been doing, what I've always seen my mom doing. My mom didn't rely on SASSA to pay me. My mom was not getting pension fund. Yeah, she may be 60, she's still working. You know, kind of like that lifestyle. If it's in your head already that my parents have worked hard, you are never going to come and say, you know what? That's if I just give birth now, I can still make some money. But you never have that. And you can never have that thing that, okay, I still get all the SASSA money and I'm investing it somewhere for my kids. You know that you have to start with every single thing by yourself. You have to work for every single thing for yourself, because if you don't work hard enough, no one is coming to save you. I think that's why you'll find that we are more motivated to do things. It's because the government is not giving us a free ride on anything. But also, I fully understand. If I had that back in my country, I wouldn't work half as much as I work now. I wouldn't. Because I would just be like, okay, well, why should I work so hard? Why do I have to work this hard? Well, I can just chillax a little bit when I'm 60. I get my pension fund, you know? So I think it's also...
The government just gives enough privileges, enough comforts anyway.
I think that's what's happening.
I think, that's fine. And now I think we must go to the YouTube. Because I think I DM you is because I saw the content, what you're doing. But now we don't care. If we see what you're doing the most, we DM you, we're interested on your work. We don't care where you come from and whatever, we are not interested on that. As long as if you are our brother and your sister, that's it, and you succeed, we succeed. So I want to know, I see you have a YouTube channel, right? Yeah. Even the subscribers, you're close to 2,000. Yeah. So the content there, I saw that kind of content. Can you tell us about
the content that I post?
What made you start a YouTube channel? We start there. What made you start a YouTube channel?
Okay, eventually, as I started my YouTube channel, I started a fitness YouTube channel.
Okay. Yeah.
So I wanted to have a channel where I can express myself, and I know I'm a very active person. So I said, you know what, let me start filming my workout videos. Because I've always wanted to have a YouTube channel. While everyone else was doing it, I was like, okay, what's going to be my niche, right? So when I finally said, okay, I'm starting a channel, I started giving like tips and workout videos. And then later on, I started realizing that it's not accomplishing me. It doesn't bring me as much joy as I thought doing YouTube would do. So I kind of started taking a pause there. I started taking a bit of a pause, and then I had gone through a phase where I was very depressed, and then met something that kind of like made me think, this is interesting. Why don't I put that in my channel? I had this day. There was a day that I was just sitting and relaxing, chilling. So I was like, I want to watch something. And then I was like, let me find out from TikTok if I can find any series to watch. So I typed on TikTok shows to watch, interesting shows to watch. And then they came a post where someone was listing BL series. But as I was reading it, I didn't read the BL part because I didn't know what it was. So I just read like TV shows that you can watch. It was like BL TV shows that you can watch. And it recommended me one show. So I didn't even know at the time. And then I went to watch it. Bear in mind, at the time I was unaware of what I was watching. So as I watched the show, I found out that it was a BL, meaning boys love. It was a gay show.
Oh.
So there is a whole community. That's when I started finding out that there's a whole community of like this BL industry and whatever it is. So I started watching. I remember I would watch like 5 different BLs in every day. Like I would binge watch them because I had nothing else to do. So I would just watch. And then from there, I watched a BL show that had a K-pop idol in it. So I was very interested in that idol, in that specific idol, because every time I would watch a BL show, I would make a background check on who the actors are, which countries they're from. So I was mainly watching like Korean, Thailand, Taiwanese, and South Korean, Taiwanese, and Chinese, and Japanese BLs. So I found a Korean idol that was on one of the BLs that I watched, and that's when I entered the world of K-pop. So as I started listening to a lot of like K-pop songs, I started checking out who those K-pop idols are, and then I started seeing like BL content of those like fan-made content of those idols, and that's when I came to reacting to like ship videos. So ship videos are basically most, like, it depends. It can be idols, it can be actors that are like shipped together. Like let's say right now I'm a fan of you and I start shipping you together. Like moments that you have together, I just start making like, look at the way you looked at her, look at that. So my reaction is based on that. Yeah, I react on things like that. So mostly you'll find my content, I always react to like BL, and I get a lot of comment from people that are very, they don't know. They will be like, why are you always watching gay shit, So I'm like, that's homophobic of you, but yeah, if you don't want to watch it, you don't want to watch it. I'm not forcing anyone that I know to watch my content. I always tell my people like, okay, if you're gonna watch my content, you better make sure you have an open mind, because I'm watching a lot of questionable things. So
because even I don't know if they're still dating. His former boyfriend, we used to question the channel, like, what's going on? Like, what are you dating with these days?
You know what? The father of my child. When I started my YouTube channel, obviously, I spoke to him about it because we used to live together. So I spoke to him about it. He really supported me in my channel a lot. And he supported me when I started doing workouts. And when I told him I'm changing the concept, he was like, oh, okay, what are you changing it to? And I was very surprised, because I expected him to be like homophobic and be like, why are you watching gay shit? I want this. I didn't expect him to be like, oh, okay, if that's what you're gonna do, then do it. Like, I was like, okay. And sometimes he would actually record me, and sometimes it would be like, okay, I'm taking the child away so you can do your YouTube stuff. And he would watch it and actually comment on it. From then I knew that, okay, you know what? I don't have to worry about like what other people say. And the only people that I was very worried about was my family, because I was like, I don't want like my family members to watch what I'm posting, because I don't want them to be like, hey, because I come from a very religious family, so I didn't want them to be like, hey, you're gonna go to hell, things like that. Because the content that I watch, if you really watch the things that I be doing on my videos, it's very questionable. But like, it's very questionable. 2 minutes,
I move from another one. Go through them.
So I didn't want anyone to be like, I didn't want any bad comments, but obviously you're gonna get that. And also it made me grow as a person. Like my content that I was putting out, it made me realize a lot of things about myself. And I think in one of my videos, that's when I came out to most of my viewers that I was bisexual. And
you bi?
Oh, I've came up. So you don't keep up with my stuff. I am. So I did.
Man, we have conversations there and about men. They never told me you bi.
No, you know what? I don't like doing that, because especially you're my client, right? I do and I don't like bringing like my lifestyle to my work also, because sometimes it's like I'm around a lot of women, obviously. So
And
obviously
someone
there
can-
are feelings, so
Yeah.
I don't want to like be like I'm bi and then you have clients looking at you strangely when you are doing their hair. They're like,
Yeah.
is she into me?
Oh,
I don't
no.
want that. I don't want to feel uncomfortable.
So you're saying probably
Yeah.
through our conversations, I might have brought my chance of being with you.
Mm.
Because I come in there, the salon guy, tell you things. Maybe you're looking now.
No, but you know what? Okay. I wouldn't say no, right?
Yeah.
But obviously, you can understand from
Yeah.
where I'm coming from.
No, I understand where you're coming from. I'm saying
For business point of
From
view.
a business point of view,
Because of the
Yeah.
issue, maybe is that the you said it last time. I'm surprised because you said it when we were interviewing about fashion, or you are a fashion designer.
Yeah.
You don't think it's gonna chase customers. If a lady she come and say you want to design something for her, you fall for her. You don't think it's a turn off.
it's an off, yeah.
So
It's
it's
the
those
same
kind of
thing.
vibery. Again, you find out no, you're not gonna come back anymore, and then you are losing clients based on that.
because-
Yeah.
But I've actually had this is a bad experience about like trying to mix like things like that with work. Is that I would have a client that maybe she likes me or I liked her at some point, but then it starts becoming that thing of let's talk, and then they kind of like want to use you. For certain
Yeah.
things. They're like, okay, I want to get my hair done. You know, Micheline. Now they start holding you. No, you know, Micheline, I want to do my hair. And then you like, I'm out here thinking like, girl,
It's a
girl,
business.
is this what you think it's gonna happen? Because like, obviously, I'm not gonna damage I'm not gonna come and work my ass off so I can be taken advantage of by some
Correct.
lady.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna do that. But at the same time, that's why I have my reservations of which conversations I have with my clients. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, yeah. I guess you don't understand me.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, because we do talk.
Yeah, we talk.
We
That's
talk
what I'm
a lot.
saying.
But then it's always about men. Because I don't want to make her feel uncomfortable or
Yeah.
make her feel like, you know what there. But
That's what I'm saying. Because me coming there, not knowing the status.
Yeah.
I'm actually mentioning about men. Maybe I'm bringing my
No, but there was someone that you did tell me about, like, oh, I really like her and stuff like that.
Oh,
Okay. So
yeah.
I could tell that, but that, you know, ladies are like, ladies don't have to say that they're bi. Some of them are like, I am bi for like one day, and then the next day I'm straight. So with ladies, it's like, it's always like, do you know, you never know. You never know with women. Because some women are like, they're onto you, they like you, and the next minute they're telling you, oh no, I'm not like that. Like, what do you mean you're not like that? You were busy doing what? Yeah. And then now you're telling me you're not like that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, so with women, it's always like, okay, because you did tell me, okay, there's someone that you were, you were onto, and then I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I didn't want to ask you because I didn't want to be like, I didn't
Yeah,
want to like force
she
you
don't
to
want
a
to
place
declare.
No.
So
Yeah.
are you bi?
She don't want to declare.
I
Yeah.
don't take the salon. That girl that I met at the salon, she
Yeah.
was quite interesting, and we
Yeah.
went out. When we went out the first day we saw each other.
Yeah, you went out the very first day.
Yeah,
Like
Then-
I said, you met.
It happened at your salon.
Huh?
It
In front of my eyes.
Because there's a
my
lady
own
who
two
take
eyes.
her out.
Yeah.
There's a
in
lady
front
she
of
went
my own
out
two
with.
eyes.
There's a lady she went out with.
Yes.
It's the same girl.
I was like, because you know what
Oh,
happened.
she
What
told me that
happened
she
was
met
that-
someone at the salon, his friend. She want a friend. They went out, we went even for movie. She don't want to declare.
This lady was like,
Yeah.
she was there because she was waiting for me to braid her.
Yeah.
And then there was one person there, and then they started talking.
No, can't declare.
So I was looking at them. I was like, this is funny. But I thought like they were making friends. They were making friends with each other.
Okay,
Wait.
by the time we see it.
Yeah,
But the thing is, she must declare this one.
She must declare. You know what? If you feel like you
Yeah.
wanna like come
Yeah,
out,
but
you can.
yeah, she must
It's
say.
not.
That's right.
No, I don't think it's a big
You
deal.
saw me asking the conversation. You also said like we are friends, right? Yeah, and we just went out the
No,
same
no,
day
no,
because
no. Now,
we
now
actually-
I'm arguing she must declare.
So
And
like,
that one at the event you left with
Okay.
after event.
Wait, what was
So
I saying?
it's not the first time you live with other ladies.
you know what, Nick? If you feel like you don't want to come out,
Ah.
if you feel like okay,
It's not the first time
you
you
don't
go
want
with
to
the
tell
ladies.
people, it's okay. You don't have to. Like,
I don't know. I just saw at the salon. She looked interesting. We went out together on an event,
so
and she
are
was
you?
like,
Are you?
interviewing me. Interviewing me.
No, but like, I just want to know.
She's just asking a
You never
question.
know.
Ask.
You never know what could happen. And may or not be having
Ask
something
a
for
question.
you never know. So are you
Today you find
taking-
your match. You must answer.
You must answer. Are you taken though?
Okay, I'm currently single. Yeah, the status is very, very single.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's fine.
I really like that.
I just like that you keep though. So.
Okay.
Yeah. It's gonna happen after the podcast. You don't know. Okay, so yeah, you're still. I feel like yes, if a person is not comfortable with your channel, everything that we do, we have our own target market.
Exactly. Yeah.
And what we are doing on your channel, for me, is something that is happening. You understand? It takes time for people to understand. For example, I've been in here for, if it's not 12 years, I think it's 11. As a student, then been working. Back then, it was a big thing for a student to have maybe a person under LGBT as a roommate. Because I think it was something like was not that popular. It was, you understand?
Yeah.
But nowadays, it's no longer a big thing.
Yeah, true.
It's no longer a dramatic thing and everything. People, they are aware of it. So even what you are doing on your channel, other people are not going to be comfortable with it. But when time goes, it's like, for example, obvious as Majida, Rona, when Majida are watching this thing on internet, they can't be comfortable to watch women doing whatever they're doing.
That one.
But they can't be comfortable with watching Majida. You understand?
Yeah.
That's the thing. But you find that people who watch that, you understand?
And they're watching.
But times when it moves, you find it's not gonna be like.
Yeah.
You understand? You understand my point. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I went through your YouTube channel. You are talking about those women's lips and everything. And I go to another one. Maybe the content is different. Kat, she's gonna watch that and she's gonna focus on that. Because I think our conversation, it was about exercising, eh?
Yeah.
Yes. Because I saw some exercise.
And art.
And
as
other
well.
And your art. I saw your art and everything. I said, no, we want to talk about that. So, and you told me on WhatsApp, hey, they are comfortable with my content now. Oh, no, you guys, don't worry. My co-host, she will handle it. Because now I just, my co-host, she will deal with it. Yeah.
Your Instagram, your art.
Okay, so I think I've always been a creative person and whatever, but it was I think it was this year that I said, you know what, I want to start, because I always drew. I was always sketching, whatever. But then it was this year that I said to myself, you know what, I wrote it somewhere on my vision board. I was like, this year I really want to express like my drawing and stuff. So I went out, I bought all of my equipment for drawing and said, okay, you know what, I'm going to start going back to painting. So then I'm going to start learning how to paint. And then I think I went to buy like a set of oil paints. And then I started just like seeing whatever I can paint. And like the first thing that I was actually oil painting was an eye. I did an eye first. And then I started realizing that's where my inspiration comes from. Like, I think I draw a lot of eyes. I draw a lot of eyes. And so I'm very good at doing different things with how I draw, like my eyes and whatever. So what I did was that I started drawing like just bits and pieces, and then I started with eyes. So now whenever I'm making like a portrait of anything, whether I'm drawing someone or whatever, a thing, an animal, whatever, I'm always starting with eyes. So I start with the eyes first and then move on eventually to the nose and whatever.
So your niche is your eye and you draw it.
Yeah. So I'm doing that. It's just a hobby. It's basically a hobby that I kind of like took up. Yeah. Because at first I wanted to do fashion design actually, and then I moved from fashion design. I wanted to do I think I wanted to do teaching, and then moved from teaching. Now I'm doing IT. And then now, as I said, I'm also grew that habit of just drawing and painting. Now I'm thinking, you know what? Why don't I just quit IT and go do that? But then I'm thinking of it just more of a hobby.
I think you must finish the
IT first,
then you can do that for fun. Yeah,
time
is dealing with us. That's the problem of when we're in this couch and this podcast. Time we don't feel it because sometimes we have a nice conversation. We have a very powerful conversation. We talk about that was
the experience in general.
And we are always ready. We hope next time we'll have you again and could ease. You understand?
Are you dating or single?
I'm currently talking to someone.
A he or she?
A he. Yeah. But it's not official. I'm not dating that person. We are talking. Anytime is tea time. Anytime I can get bored. Anytime is tea time. So there's people that I welcome, male or female. I don't care. We can talk and we can see how it goes. Yeah.
So the DMs are open.
You heard that you can DM them. It's anytime is tea time.
Anytime is tea time.
Come with the sugar.
Yeah.
So that you can drink that tea.
So if you're not ready, then we move on.
Yeah, please, before we let you go, please you can just say your social media and where your business is. Because you find there's someone who want to come and do the hairstyle. We can close without promoting your business. So you can say facing that side, just tell them more where is your business, your social media and everything. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So my social medias are my Instagram is Micheline Kanyinda, Micheline, Micheline, and for Kanyinda it's Kanyinda, Kanyinda. That's my Instagram, and my YouTube is the same name. Oh, sorry, my Instagram is Kanyinda, Micheline Kanyinda. So it's Micheline _ Kanyinda.
Okay.
Yeah. So and my YouTube is just Micheline Kanyinda, and my salon that I work for it's Grace the Stylist. So it's just Grace the Stylist, one word.
Where?
It's situated in Vanderbilt Park, Joymar Building, General Hansel Street. Basically the same street as police station, opposite the flats, the Parkster flats. So if you want us, you can find us there. But we work with appointments, so you can book an appointment with us on our Instagram. So you can check Grace the Stylist out. Okay. And yeah, basically that's it.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Kate, you have something to say?
You finished me now, yeah. Thanks, yeah.
But I was telling the truth.
What truth?
Kate, can you declare? Because every time when the ladies talk about this topic, you get too much excited and interested. And now she say you went out with someone who asked you at the salon. Last time we were from somewhere, I'm not going to mention, we were from somewhere. You moved with another daughter.
Don't forget to
like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you. You must ask Saul, make G just release things.
Oh my God, that's great.
Make G release points. Did you stop it? Yeah.